Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany. Hello. Today, Raquel and Brittany are not here today, but we have Savannah for a very special show today. Today we have a celebrity coming to becoming a celebrity, an entrepreneur, and only in his 20s, becoming an up-and-comer in the technology world, Mr. Kai Stone. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
No, we're very, very happy to have you up here, man, on the show, and we're excited to have you there. Now, Kai, you started a software company, or you started something like that, and then you started with you kind of broke the rules and started with a lower end fee to gain people's respect or trust in your company, and then you kind of grew from there.
Wait, we're starting there?
I'm
with
just
how hot he is?
Well,
I mean, wild place to start.
Well, I'm curious, you know. I'm very
sure you are. Our lady listeners are not.
They're not. Okay. So, Kai, where would you say you started with this whole thing? Because I read a lot of your bios and everything, and I found it really interesting that you just kind of went with this, and you really came up and got creative.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I mean, one of the reasons I started a company was honestly for girls. I mean, I think a lot of dudes, especially young men, are I don't want to say the word losers, but they really have nothing going for them.
Oh wow!
And a lot of guys are. I think a lot of young men, especially, are kind of broke, depressed, and they have no real vision for their life. And I was the same way.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, go ahead.
No, so this is definitely this was a kind of a start for you to do this, and now you're going to be on a reality TV show at some point.
Hey, we can't mention anything.
No, I just said reality TV. I'm not allegedly. And we're really excited. Now, one of my biggest questions that I have for you is, you're starting to do something for yourself, and you're becoming something. How can you tell when a girl is going to be interested in you and not your money or not your fame or something that helps them get to the next level?
Yeah, I think it's just having a lot of experience with girls in general, and also understanding the type of girl. Like if you're going out at a nightclub in Miami, you're probably not really attracting the right kind of girl. So it's who you surround yourself with. It's where you put yourself and where you actually find the girl. Like you're probably not going to find the love of your life at space at 4 a.m. in the morning in Miami, right?
You never know, man. Sometimes people throw the dice and they might find something.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll find
something. I wouldn't take the chance on that.
So what made you decide to go and start this whole thing with you? You went from being an entrepreneur to becoming a celebrity. You're up and coming.
Yeah, I mean, up and coming is the word for it, man. I just want to make something in my life and have an impact on people and kind of share my opinion. Out of college, I was living with my mom. I was super broke. I was really hooked on painkillers for a long time. I would just kind of lay in my room all day and do nothing.
Wow.
And I really just kind of looked at my life and I was like, this is really not going anywhere good. And hopefully I can make a change. And if I'm successful, then I can talk about it and maybe help other young men who are in the same situation, because I know a lot of guys specifically graduate college and then they get a job doing something they hate, working for someone else, working 9 to 5, barely going to the gym, not eating right, and they're just depressed, man. I was in a very similar situation, and I'm just trying to get my story out there and kind of show guys that if my dumb ass can do it, they can do it too.
That's awesome, because they talk a lot about the male loneliness epidemic. Do you think that's a thing you're saying amongst the younger generation?
Absolutely, 100%. And it's I mean, if you spend all day at work, right, and then you go, I mean, I guess you go drink on the weekends, but then you wake up each day and you're kind of you're hungover, your brain's not working right because you're drinking a bunch of alcohol. And also everyone works online these days as well, so there's not really a social interaction that people used to get at work. And on top of that, in general, women I think are way better at maintaining friendships after college or just in general, right? Because guys don't just call each other to talk, right? Girls will call each other and just say, hey, girl, I just want to talk to you, blah, 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 right? Guys don't do that. So I think in general, especially if you're not tall, good looking, or rich as a man, you basically, in my opinion, don't really exist to the opposite sex. So yeah, I think it's rough out there for a lot of young guys.
No, I hear that. It definitely is. You know, we hear stories from everybody. We've gotten different age groups here, from your age group to probably middle and older, and everybody seems to have a different version of it because it changes from decade to decade to decade. Now, what kind of woman would be the ideal woman for you?
A girl with no Instagram would probably be ideal.
Wow. I actually really love that. That's so cool. So I'm just going to say for the ladies, like, Kai is a 10 out of 10. You can Google them. Just look for the surfboard pro tip. And so I'm actually really surprised to hear that. Have you done like the dating app thing? Because I picture you getting a lot of traction out there.
Yeah, I mean, I actually have a girlfriend right now, but the dating app thing went well. It's just, I think dating apps don't really work well for a lot of guys, because if you're not lucky enough to be tall and have something going, like I think women's standards are insanely high, as they should be, which is fine. But I think social media has kind of portrayed this really fake, alluring version of relationships, right? With Gucci bags and private jets and, you know, girls being flown out to Miami and stuff. And I think girls see that all over social media, and average guys just really can't compete. So that's why I think it's hard for young men. Not that it's not just as equally hard for young women, but just in different ways.
Okay, so you're saying like that a lot of women have the illusion of this lifestyle, and it makes it hard for the average guy. Even if they are good looking, then they're not going to be, 6 feet and up or something of that nature.
I don't know.
100%. I think. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's on both ends. I just think there's a dating problem in general with men and with women. I think in general the problem probably starts with men being losers and not being, like, not going to the gym, not being fit, not being strong, not being able to financially provide for a woman. I think if we had better and more strong men, there'd probably be happier women overall, and there wouldn't be as big of a problem, right? So the problem starts with men, but there's also the issue of women having unrealistic expectations, and it's not to say that women shouldn't have high expectations. But yeah, so I just think it's a little bit of a problem on both sides of the spectrum.
I'm just going to isolate that quote. The problem starts with men. Full stop.
Oh my God. I think that problem comes both ways in this situation.
No, he totally gave a balanced view of that.
Oh my God.
No, it's true though. It is so true. I think, and that's what I hope to inspire in young men is like, hey man, like get out there and make something of yourself. Like you're not, even if you don't think you're smart. Like I've had ADHD my whole life. I was kicked out of every single school I ever went to.
Oh wow.
All my teachers told me I was basically dumb. And it's like, I figured this shit out. And if I can figure it out, like you can too, and not that money solves all your problems, but it's funny how you can solve a lot of male problems by getting in shape and getting rich. You still have problems, but you just have a lot more material to work with to fix them.
Oh, I agree.
Well, I don't know, because I also think that there's going to be those women that might start out really friendly, and then once they get used to a lifestyle that you give them, and then if something happens and things just go awry, they're gone, man. All of a sudden, now you're the bad guy. You're this or you're that. I think that if you're in that relationship, especially, if everything's going well and everything's going like it's supposed to, that's great. But what happens when things go awry? Will that person still be there with you no matter what?
No, that's why things go awry and they move on.
Oh my God.
100%. But that's the agreement that you're getting into. So like, for example, like, let's say, like if I start dating a girl and she only loves me because I'm tall, rich, funny, and XYZ, like that's who I am. So like that's who she's falling in love with. And if I lose one of those things, that's no longer the contract that she agreed to, right? The same way that I might be into a girl because she doesn't go out a lot and she doesn't post provocative pictures on Instagram, XYZ, and then she starts doing those things. That's not the contract I signed. That's not the girl that I fell in love with. So it's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? It's like that's who she fell in love with. That's the agreement you kind of signed, right? And if you lose that as a guy, that's your fault.
But wait a minute. Things happen. Economies change, things change, things can just happen. And, and it may not happen immediately. It can happen gradually. And then all of a sudden little things. I just saw something similar on some kind of a show where this guy was dating this woman, and he started out rich, and then his business failed, and then he was trying to get back into it. He couldn't. And she just abandoned him. She just said, "No."
That's his fault, though. That's completely his fault. Why did he choose that woman? He should have done a better job of vetting who he's choosing.
Did you not hear what he said about the contract you entered into? Okay, his business failed. She had to pack it up. It's been nice.
Apparently, man, that's what it was. I mean, I don't know, that for me, that always scares me because, you know, when you get into a relationship, I think that they need to fall in love with the person first and know who that person is, and then everything else will kind of fall in.
Speaking of
But
person,
don't you, when you say being rich and being successful and being an entrepreneur is part of who you are as a person, though, like
Absolutely.
that's a quality in itself, right?
Absolutely. But also, you know, success can sometimes give you failures that you have to overcome and then get back into success.
100% agreed.
So, I mean, my fiance and I, you know, Savannah, we're about now 2 years and we're going to get married next year.
whoop, whoop.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, and you know, I had to make sure that she was the person that I was going to fall in love with first. I got to make sure that she was the one that was going to be with me no matter how up or how down I get, and she has, absolutely has, and I'm sure she had the same criteria for me, for her, right?
100%.
We have a contract. We have a contract.
Oh, what is the contract? And you, because apparently now I don't know what it is.
No, I mean, I think you're talking about two different things, right? You're talking about temporary relationships, and when you've had enough time to really kind of segue from whatever expectations, you know, your expectations are going to be different for a long-term relationship than they might be for sort of temporary dating. And I think that's very fair. If you're temporary dating and things go left, you should not necessarily expect that person to like hold you down, you know? A little unrealistic there.
Okay, well, that's fair.
But you know what I
mean,
want to know?
that's why you date before you marry, right? Because, you know, like the person you marry, I would never marry a girl that I haven't lived with, for example. I'd never marry a girl that I haven't spent a really long time with. I'd never marry a girl that I haven't gone on a trip that's gone and turned into a complete shit show, because you need to see how someone behaves when they're at their worst and then they're most stressed, right? Because it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows.
No, you know that's right, man.
I love how level-headed Kai is. He's like, yeah, you need to see the real them. I love that. So I wanted to know what attracted you to your current partner, or was it just she had no Instagram and you were like, the unicorn, I found her?
You know what's crazy is she has an Instagram. I wish she didn't. I tell her every day to delete that shit, but she won't listen. I understand. I get it.
And that's love.
But and that's love. She's the only girl I've ever dated that's like very similar to me, and her humor's the same, and she has a side to her where she's very feminine and soft, and but she's also a bad bitch, and I love the contrast between the two. And I think what I've struggled with girls in the past is they've always been very feminine and soft, and you know, I don't want to say the word submissive, but they've always been like, hey, like whatever you want, like I'm here to support you, which has been awesome. But the problem with a woman like that is it's amazing in every way until you really extrapolate it out and think about, okay, well, if I have kids with this woman, I have to make sure she has that mama bear side to her where she can be a savage if she needs to, right? If I'm not there to help her make decisions or handle something, like I need to make sure that this woman can kind of handle her shit and she can make a very level-headed, good decision that the best decision that could possibly be made in the situation or the circumstance that she's in. So that's what I found with this girl, where she has the best qualities of being feminine and beautiful in all those ways, but she's also a bad bitch when she needs to be, and I think that's really attractive.
That's awesome. But you know, I'm gonna say this right now. By talking to you and everything, I would never think you were in your 20s, man. You're very, you know, you're definitely very wise for your years, man. And
the depth.
You know what? And any teacher that said you were dumb or anything, I want to go meet them and slap them because they have no idea what they were talking about.
I'll give you their name and address.
Oh,
man.
absolutely, man.
He was
I have
too
a mental list
mature.
in my head.
He was like, F your worksheet, Miss Waterford. This is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you are definitely wise beyond your years. I mean, I'm most of the 20-year-olds that we bring in here, I'm gonna say it's not the same level that you're definitely bringing up. I would have thought, speaking to you, that you were probably already like in your 40s and you already kind of had everything set, and yet, you know, you're in your 20s, you got a good career, you started a business, you're growing as a person, and your outlook is very humbling. Man, you're amazing, man. You're amazing.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I mean, I think one thing I've learned is I don't think there's any such thing as having your shit together. I don't think adults really exist. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on. Even people who think that they or look like they do, right? Everyone's just doing their best to kind of figure it out.
Oh, that's right, man. This world's so crazy. So I want to ask you, with your girlfriend, what was your very first date with her? How did you meet her?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's drinks every single time, man. You can't take them to dinner. It's not optimal.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay. Dinner's out,
yeah.
drinks in. Love this.
Okay.
Now was
Well,
it coffee
think
or
about how
like
bad of a
cocktails?
date. Oh, always cocktails. But think
Okay.
about how bad of a date. I can't believe guys still take girls to dinner on the first date. It's the worst thing you could ever do, not only for yourself but for the girl as well. Not only are you're sitting down across from the person, so you know how awkward it is to flirt with someone when they're sitting across from you like a job interview. It doesn't make any sense. So you always have to sit next to them, right? Number one.
Oh, pro tip.
And then number two, like, what if you sit down and instantly you realize you hate them or they hate you, and you have to sit through, an appetizer, then you have to get the main meal, then you have to get the check. It's like a whole hour and a half thing. With a drink, if you can tell you don't like them or they don't like you right away, it's a 15-minute, $45 transaction. It's not the end of the world. Dinner is just, it's a shit show all the way around. I would never recommend it.
Oh, I love this. This is a gold mine because I have always been a drinks person myself for first dates. I want to be in there and out of there.
That's very true.
100%. And also it's weird. Imagine you buy a girl like a $500 dinner on the first date. Like, it's just desperate. Like, why are you putting that much investment into like hoping that she likes you? Like, what do you like? The best way to think about dating is, do I even like them? And that's the way that girls should look at it and guys should look at it, as opposed to going on the date being like, oh, I really hope I impress them, and I hope they like me. Like, going to the date thinking like, I'm going to be me and let's see if I even like them. And I think if both people thought about that, dating would be a lot better.
No, that's very true. And
I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Now, when you were dating, did you ever run across that type of woman? Was like, drinks, that's low effort. I don't date low effort men.
Yeah, 100%. That's the. I don't want to get canceled. My PR agency tells me I have to be careful.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I would just say, you're very beautiful, but you're not for me.
Ooh, I like this. You know what
He's
is
suave.
actually really cool about Kai? It's the level of confidence.
yeah.
It's like he talks about this dark time in his life. I feel like he emerged from that and he was like,
He's a beast now.
yeah, he like beast
beast
moded.
moded
He's
the
like,
whole
yeah, I'm
thing,
gonna
yeah.
start my own company. Like, just exuding that confidence. It's crazy.
And then, of course, he comes. Which island are you from, Kai? Because I know it's
I'm from Maui.
Oh, very nice. Been there several times. Love the turtles.
Yeah. Tourists tend to love the turtles, man. It's our best feature.
So, growing up in Maui, I'm sure it was a very different lifestyle. Did you ever feel like you were missing out on anything during that time?
100%. But the best thing about like not knowing what you're missing out on is you don't know what you're missing out on. So yeah, it wasn't really too big of a problem. And I think growing up in Maui is probably the best single-handed experience a kid can go through. Just because you're so close to nature and you have the water and the ocean, and it's amazing, man. I would want to raise a family here one day with the right girl for sure.
Wow,
That's awesome.
that is awesome, man. So let me ask you, on the so how did you have to impress your girlfriend? I'm assuming she's now your girlfriend.
Yeah,
He said she was
Yeah,
his girlfriend.
yeah. She's my girlfriend.
She's future wifey though. That's what I think.
No, we don't know.
She
We don't.
sounds
We don't know.
bad.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait.
Impressing. Yeah, and impressing. It's a funny thing dating because I don't really know if impressing her is the right thing. I think having things that she's impressed by and attracted
Okay.
to, and if there's one thing that I think every woman could agree with, and I don't think any woman would disagree, is they're very attracted to a man who has a passion about something in his life. It could be like being the best at building bicycles, or the best at building software, or the best freaking, I don't know, hot dog eater in the world. But if a man is passionate about something and he has something to work towards every single day, I think women find that extremely attractive. So I think that's probably the most impressive thing you can do as a man. You can't fake that. Like, you have to be genuinely passionate about something other than her, because if you put her first in every single situation and the whole relationship depends on like her happiness and putting her on a pedestal, like, she's going to lose interest real fast, because she doesn't want all that attention. She wants you out there conquering and striving and providing for her, right? And if she's the main focus of all that attention, it's just a turnoff for them.
No, I'm sure.
There
Usually
are
always.
no lies detected here. Zero lies detected right there. And I mean, he nailed it. Like, we don't want our our whole. We don't want to be anyone's whole world, and I don't think anyone should want that. Really, it's like have your own thing and let's join forces together.
Wow.
I agree, and I think there are some things that women can't do, and there's some things men can't do, and men and women are better at different things, and it's yin and yang, and that's what makes the relationship so special. It's like if we could all do the same shit, why do we even need each other?
That's true. Well, I don't know. Like people say, and I get tired of hearing this. Oh, but marriage is so sacred. I go, if it's so sacred, then why is it so easy to get out of? And it costs you an arm and a leg to get out of it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't believe in marriage.
Oh, really? So if you get together, you're just going to get together and that would be it?
I think we would get together when, I know girls
Right.
love weddings, so we'd obviously have a wedding and all that mostly for the girl, but I don't think I'd ever get married on paper. And imagine I invite you to my wedding in 5 years. It's not like you're going to ask to see the documentation. You're just going to assume that we're married, even if we're not officially married.
Oh my God, genius. This guy, he's cracking codes here. He is cracking codes. This is a whole series, guys. This is a whole thing. No wonder he's doing men's support groups. Yeah. People need his help for sure.
And he's in his 20s, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? We can't. I haven't cracked the code. Apparently, he did.
Wild. He's like, yeah. Come for the salmon dinner, but I'm not deciding that.
Kai, you sound like the guy that I could just take to a taco shop and you'd be cool with that, or I could take you to $1,000 restaurant and you'd be cool with that too.
Oh man, I hate $1,000 restaurants. I just want a basic hamburger every single day, man. I'm super easy.
Stop it, guys.
Yeah.
Stop.
If you're ever in Phoenix, you got to come down, man. We'll take you to a couple different little shops that I think you would really enjoy out here, man. But do you like spicy foods or what are you into, man?
No, the most boring bitch shit you could ever have, man. Hamburger, fries, chicken.
Okay.
Anything.
Chicken.
Anything simple, man. Simple and plain.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Do you do any ethnic foods or anything like that? You like Italian, Mexican, never. Chinese, any of that?
Never. I'm the easiest boyfriend to cook for. My standards are, I don't want to say low, but whatever you cook, I will look at you and say thank you. I love you. This is the most amazing food I've ever had.
Okay. Now I'm curious. So you said you go out for drinks. What was the very first drink you got for now your girlfriend?
Always going to be tequila Red Bull. Oh, but for her, whatever they want.
But what was it that she ordered? I'm just curious. What is it she ordered? Would there be a drink that would be like, no, okay, hell no, we're not doing
a red
this.
flag?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess tequila girls are always more fun.
I agree.
I guess if they're vodka.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Tequila always. Tequila Red Bull is my drink, and then if they're drinking tequila, I know it's going to be a good time. If it's vodka, I know we might have some issues.
And if it's whiskey, get ready to. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God!
Whiskey's the best case scenario. Then she's a savage.
Oh damn! Is there any kind of now? Are you into any kind of dancing music or anything like that?
I'm tone deaf, so I have no idea. I literally just whatever's on the radio, I just click play and then hope it's something good. Maybe a little bit of Taylor Swift on my best days.
Okay.
I have a question. So there's a lot of pictures. Remember I said, ladies, pro tip, look for the guy in the surfboard when you Google Kai Stone.
Or not, because his girlfriend might not appreciate that.
They're out there. And you talked about your injury. Are you still surfing, or is that like a thing of the past?
Yeah, it's currently still the biggest struggle I deal with kind of every single day. I'm going to a lot of physical therapy and trying to get it fixed. I have good days and bad days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, going through pain and going through injury it's probably the hardest thing for any young athletic guy to have to go through. I mean, anyone in general, but I just love athletics. I love going to the gym. I love being active and not being able to use your body, especially when you're in your mid to late 20s, when you're meant to be in the prime of your life it's definitely a mentally taxing experience to go through.
Wow.
So how do you push through those moments?
That's why I started a business. I mean, I could give a shit about software or money or anything like that. It's just especially for me, I need something to put my time and my energy and my competitive spirit into. Because if it's not surfing and fighting and jiu-jitsu and all that, then it's like I'm gonna go crazy. So the business was really just a plan B to be able to put that mental energy and that competitive spirit into. Like there was never a time when I started a business thinking like, oh, I really want to get rich. Like I've never cared about money. I'm not even good with money. I spend money like an idiot now. But I've always spent money like an idiot. It's just about having something to do and have something to try to improve on.
I think you're fooling us, man. I think I think you have more control than you say you do because, you just can't start a business and be blowing it. I mean, I know you have.
Oh no, you can.
No, but it sounds like
you can. Trust me, you can.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't know. I still think
you can. I promise you, you can start it. You can start a business out of depression and sadness, and just say to yourself, like, I'm going to look at this like a video game, and I just want to get the highest number on the screen humanly possible.
And then you get there, and then that's it. Something else.
It's always. I mean, I think the darkest, worst place for a man to be is probably to get to the top of the mountain, and then kind of realize like there's nowhere else to climb. I feel like you always have to be climbing.
No, I hear you. So, Kai, we're coming to the end of the show now. I just want to see what would be the most or the best tip you can give to our audience out there, men and women. That, I mean, you've been saying a lot of things now, but what would be the best thing or best advice you can give them as dating? What do they look for? What things out there that you would say is the best thing to get into?
Be the best version of yourself first before you try to find someone to date. And somebody, like, finding a boyfriend or a girlfriend is not going to fix you or make you whole. Like, you have to be an A+ yourself first. And I think, I don't even know where I heard this, but imagine just overall, if you give yourself a grade as a person. Let's say you're a C+. Why would you expect to find somebody else who's an A+? You're going to find someone else who's a C+. So become an A+, and you'll find another A+ person to be with you.
All right. Well, that was a great tip, man. Well, I greatly appreciate
He's still dropping the facts on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Get this guy a TED Talk, a series. Follow him on TikTok.
Kai Stone, everybody. Thank you so much for being on the show, sir, and have a wonderful day.
Bye.
I appreciate you guys.